Hello there and welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today I'm going to show you how to draw Poppy from Trolls 2. So come on, let's get started. Today we're tackling a drawing that my nieces have been after me for a little while now. That's right, today we're going to draw Poppy. No, not my favorite slugger from the Boston Red Sox. We love you, Big Poppy. Nope, today we're going to be drawing that adorable singing troll Poppy from Trolls, specifically Trolls 2. Guys, make sure you watch till the end because we've got some viewer artwork to show you. So let's dive right on into this. Okay, so we're going to start this character like we do with everything else. We're going to start with, instead of a circle, we're going to go with an oval shape here. I'm going to draw it right in the center of the paper, just like this. It's going to be about that size for this drawing. And we're going to have her facing a little bit toward the side. So the vertical axis is going to be this way. The horizontal axis line, though, is going to be curved just like that. So what that's going to do is that's going to show us that she's facing downward and to the side, but she's going to be looking right at us. We're also going to figure out her posing right now. So we're going to want to pose her like this. So her body is going to be angled like so, and then we're going to draw in her legs. Actually, they get wider at the feet, like this. So if this doesn't make any sense to you, I'll explain. Her head is larger in proportion to her body. She's leaning forward. So to counterbalance the weight of her head on her body, we push her feet forward. So let's put one foot there. We'll put the other one here. And also to balance out, we're going to have her hand back here like this. On the other hand, because she's holding a microphone, we're going to put it right about here, just like so. Now, let's throw in some features on her face and get that out of the way here.
Yeah, can you please get on with it?
So with Poppy, we want nice round eyes like so. But these are just the eye sockets here. We're going to want to make her eyes slightly smaller. Now what is this going to do? It's going to show me where to put her eyebrows. And if you want to do a little shading for texture, you would use that shape to help you out with that. So her eyes are going to be in here like this. You know, I bet kids today have no idea that trolls were originally around the 70s and 80s when we were kids.
Wow, you are old.
But of course, my trolls were pencil toppers.
Anyway.
And I'm going to give a thicker line at the top and give her 3 eyelashes, just like this. Give her a little bit of an eyelid there. Thick line at the top. Eyelashes. Okay, now for her nose, I'm going to draw in a circle, but then I'm going to give her some nostrils off of that circle, just like so. And now, just below that, I will throw in a smile line, and then I'll give her a nice big open mouth. It's going to be slightly curved in the corner. I'm going to come down like that, and then we're going to go across. And then we're going to round this out on this side. Going to give her some rounded teeth. And then we're just going to give her a hint of some down below. And a nice big tongue. Just going to shade this in so you can see where I'm going with this. Now, what I'm going to do is throw in her microphone. The microphone is a cylinder with a big sphere on top. So we're just going to do a nice big round ball, just like that. And then we'll give it its mounting. And then darken in that part of the microphone, just like that. Now, we have to give her those big rounded fingers. So we're going to want to make sure that they're very Muppet-like. That's what we're going for in their character design. So nice and rounded, very plush, looking digits just like that. And a little hint of a thumb right here like that. Now, we can start putting in some details here. So her dress has a crisscross design at the top. And a detail in like that to fasten it. So we've got this crossed in here like that. And here we have an opening for a sleeve. Let's throw in the shape for her body. You want to make sure that goes low enough.
Yes, modesty, please.
Okay. So we're going to throw in some detail on her dress. And you don't have to get too overly complicated with the dress. They're a floral pattern, kind of like what you see on Anna's dress in Frozen. A little bit. I think there's some parallels here. Okay. And that should do it for that. Now, when you draw in her legs, you'll notice her legs get wider when they get close to the feet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lightly draw in some circles. Actually, they're going to be smaller circles than that. Okay. Just like that. Now on this foot, we're going to give her some sole. And we don't have to draw in all of the toes because it's over to the side. And now let's upturn this hand a little bit. So let's give her a little bit of a shoulder. And just like the legs, the wrist will get wider as it gets closer to the hand. And let's, just following my reference here, let's see, just like that, perfect. Okay, so let me explain that a little bit. So we've got that rounded hand here, and then the thumb comes off like that. And then the fingers, keep them nice and round, just like so. All right, so now let's go back into the head. We'll throw in some details here. All right, So we've got this cheek here, and then we've got these big ears here. It's going to be shaped like this. Let me just darken that in a little bit. Now I'm not going to darken in everything because I'm going to draw some hair over that. And then on the other side, now we've got her head kind of tilted, so we definitely want to make sure that the ear kind of follows the same height. And it's going to be upturned a little bit more because it's over to the side. Now at the top of the ear, we're going to give her this tiara right here. And basically what that is like a felt-like crown. We want to make sure that it's kind of symmetrical, but we're off to the side, so we're not going to draw it symmetrically. But the shapes need to repeat themselves. Just like this. Don't want to go too crazy here because we're going to go over it with extra detail. And we're going to start with flower. And then I can go back and I can darken in some of the crown. Now that I know what part of the crown is going to be visible behind these flower ornaments. Okay, we're going to draw another flower here. And the petals are going to be shaped differently than the first one. We give it a little more interest. Okay, now that I got that in there, I can darken in that part there. And we've got this little embroidered detail here. Just like that. I'm going to draw another flower over here. But this one is going to be off to the side a little bit. It's going to be turned. So, there we go. Another embroidered detail there. All right, I've got the crown done. Let's give her some hair. So her hair part's right about here. And the trick about drawing in hair, you don't draw every single individual hair. It gets messy, it gets overdone, and then your drawing is a complete disaster. So we draw them in clumps. And then you'll go back in and you'll draw in some extra individual hair lines, just like this. Okay, now on this side, we're going to get really close to this eye here, and we're going to give it a bit of a wave, just like this. Okay. Behind it, some hair will go out like that. And then we'll have a couple hairs like that. And there you have it. Those are her bangs, I guess. Just like that. And now, instead of the first movie where everything was up in one big clump, we've got... She has her hair grouped like a ponytail. But because she's a troll, it's also wild and crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these clumps individually. Not overthink too much here. And let's draw it in like that. All right. You don't want everything the same height either. You want to change direction here and there. You'll want to change the height of certain things. You'll want to, yeah, here, let's change some direction here. Not too much, just enough to keep the drawing more interesting. All right, and there you have it, guys. There's Poppy the troll. Let's give her some eyes here. Okay, just like I promised, we've got some viewer artwork to show you, so check this out. First, I want to draw your attention to Lindsay's. Now, Lindsay drew a whole bunch of characters from a bunch of my episodes. Lindsay, I am wicked flattered. These are terrific. Thank you so much. Next, we have a leprechaun by Julie. Julie, this is beautiful. Very nicely done. Next, we have Renee, who drew some really cool artwork of Nightmare Before Christmas. Renee, these are awesome. Next, we have Zach. Zach drew Roger Rabbit. Zach, I'm impressed. This is really, really good. Next up, we have a duo. We have Molly and Jack. They've been very busy doing a bunch of drawings. Guys, these look great. And last but not least, we have little Savannah, who drew a really, really beautiful drawing of Tinkerbell. Nice job. Guys, thank you so much for sending these in. I love viewer submissions. Guys, send me more. I love checking out what you're drawing. If you'd like to draw some more with me, I got some videos right over here for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and until the next video, see you later.